Hello, children. We are going to be doing the science project part. Yay! So today we will be talking about the 8 characteristics of life. Today we will be talking about the 8 characteristics of life. There are 8 different characteristics on to base what living things are. There are 8 different characteristics there are 8 different characteristics that living things. There are 8 different characteristics to qualify whether or not something is living. That did not take forever. So we're gonna talk about all 8 in this video. Characteristic number 1. Alex, please tell us what that is. Characteristic number 1 are living things are made up of the same genetic code. All organisms store the complex information they need to live, grow, and reproduce in something called DNA. That information is then copied and pretty much just passed on. Like how you look like your parents, but not like 100% like spitting image, like literally like you went. Number 2. I hate this so much. So living things have to grow and develop. Every organism really has to grow up and kind of like develop, not be the same as they were when they were either copied off of a single cell or literally created.
Hi, losers.
They all have a particular path of growth, kind of like how we have child to middle teenager kind of human being to adult human being to old person who's about to die. That's how it is. During development, cells divide multiple times. Like they go, they do their thing where they just kind of like divide so many times, and that's how you get bigger. Okay, we're done talking about this.
You are just like a rat.
So as the cells divide, they kind of differentiate, meaning they start to take up different roles, kind of like how you have skin cells and blood cells and white blood cells that keep out the diseases. Isn't that what they do? They're like the police of the body. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. Fact number 3! Which is organisms respond to their environment. Living things have to respond to their environment or like stimuli from their environment. Stimuli is like a signal. Yeah. Stimuli are events which living things need to respond to. For example, when you go outside and it's too hot, you're gonna sweat. When you go outside and it's too cold, you're gonna shiver. Fact number 4. Living organisms have to be made up of 1 or more cells. Okay, so cells are very complex little organisms. They're very small. I don't know what I'm saying. They're the smallest things considered really like alive, like living, like moving, like doing things. I have officially given up. But they're the smallest things really considered alive. They do everything that's needed to be considered, so they count. They're very highly organized, and every single living thing is made up of them. Whether it's just the cell by itself to, I don't know, elephants are made of them. Who knows? Your skin is made up of a bunch of cells. Did you know that one? Number 5. So number 5 is that living things evolve. Meaning meaning they change slightly over time. Kind of like how we went from that to this. Who knows what happened in between there? Basically what happens is those little changes in DNA that I told you about earlier, those happen so many times over and over again. They go that it eventually leads to you looking different in a bunch of years. When I say a bunch, I mean millions, but we're not going to talk about that. All of us came from one origin. So that means we're just extremely distant cousins from a moose. Number 6. Living things. All living things have to take in and make materials in order to really just do anything, really. Like, humans are made up of multiple different chemicals and materials to try and break down food. I don't know, but just other things other than just a toothbrush! All living things must take in materials in order to grow. things like oxygen and carbon dioxide, kind of like we have stomach acid to break down food. And food has nitrates in it, and then we take in the nitrates, blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm talking about.
And
Number 7. This isn't a 7. So all living things need to keep their internal environment relatively stable. Kind of like how your heart beats. You get the whole shebang. Even when the external changes, kind of like how it goes from summer to fall to winter, you get my point. This condition is called homeostasis.
Oh my God, it's me.
Number 8. All living organisms need to reproduce. Number 8. Basically, it means that they're taking what they have, and passing it on to the next generation. There's 2 ways of reproducing. Plants and animals use sexual reproduction, and mainly just single-celled organisms use asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction means there are 2 cells that unite to create one big boy cell. For example, humans, the woman gets pregnant, and then she gives babies. Asexual reproduction is literally when a cell goes shonk, 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 and now we have millions of cells. Okay.